Andrew. That sounds like a woman's name.
Hello. Welcome to the library. Be sure to return any books you have checked out.
Oh dear fucking Captain Sparkles wrote a book in here? I don't know who Doricio is. And by Alex. Okay then. I will read. Everything men know about this book is going to be empty, isn't it? It's not true! It's a misnomer! Legion, a random story by Doricio. As I sat waiting at my desk, watching the clock, and worrying about the scout I had just sent out, I glanced over to the door of the other room where I lay sleeping. When I woke up, I would probably dismiss myself here so that the effects of the nap would apply to me as well. For now, though, I had to wait for my scout to return. I hoped that I would be able to get through and actually get some information for me. I knew I should probably try to do something productive while I waited, but myself and I were already planning our next battle. More were training with a couple of different weapons, and I think I was also having a swim in the lake some distance from my war camp. Another me was taking care of shipping goods for us. I hadn't really left very much for this me to do, but I was serving some purpose here. I was the me that was waiting for information from the scout we sent out last week. I had no way of knowing if that information would come because of my death on the way back here, or if I would survive long enough to get the information to me myself. I sighed, my head again hurting a bit as I tried to get all of my pronouns straight. That was a difficult task, considering that my entire army was composed of myself. Clones, some people called us, but that wasn't really true. A clone is a completely separate person from the original, and from the other clones. With traditional cloning, I turned the page too early. You ended up with multiple fake versions of you and one real you. But all of me is me. Each person is exactly the same. Each one of me has the same personality, the same memories, and all the same powers. Any one of me could summon another me, or dismiss one. Why did I have to wait for a scout version of me to return? Because we don't see all of us at the same time. When a clone is dismissed, their memories, but not physical traits, spread to the rest of us. If one of me eats food and we all want all of us to benefit from it, we have to dismiss ourselves and then create a new clone based off the me that had eaten. For this same reason, if one of me is killed, I am simply dismissed and the rest of me knows my memories without the actual pain of dying to go with it. Physical conditions only transfer over when creating a new clone. Emotional or knowledge conditions only transfer over when a clone is dismissed. Scout reporting in, came the message from the radio. It's too much to say, though especially on an unsecured line. I'm coming home. I braced myself for the hit. Dismissals of clones tended to feel mildly uncomfortable. We don't feel any pain, but it gives all of us memories of the death each time. We tend not to dismiss ourselves unless it is really necessary. The memories washed over me like a wave. I knew that I had made it right up to the enemy's camp, only to find it completely deserted. I went searching for their trail, made my way into the city of Norberg, and finally found them. A group of solid quartz statues, forever frozen with looks of fear on their faces, turning to run from some unseen foe. This didn't bode well. Another super was here, and I didn't recognize the power with that knowledge. I found myself suddenly in a precarious, vulnerable position. We no longer had to worry about these Earthshakers. But what was this new threat? Did they know we were here? That was the point? What? That was the point when I decided I needed to get this information to the rest of me. I reported in, then closed my eyes and concentrated. Darkness took me. The memory was locked in. Only a second or two had actually passed as the dismissal became complete. I drummed my fingers along the desk, deep in thought. What should my course of action be? I could outright attack the city, but there was no way to tell if they would anticipate that action. I had an infinite number of soldiers at my disposal, but what if this petrifying attacker left their victims alive within the stone casing? If that was the case, it might be harder to make dismissals. The same problem existed in sending in further scouts. No dismissal meant no information, and that, more than anything, was something we were in dire need of. I glanced over as a few of me entered the room, the same troubled expressions on their faces. We should fight, I said uneasily. Sitting around here isn't going to get us information. Just send a few hundred out of the city and see what happens. The sheer number of clones, though, I protested with a moan, that takes up so much energy. And what if we lose them to petrification? Another of me leaned over the table, looking at the maps as I spread across the surface. Even if we do, the enemy has no way of knowing where we are, how many forces we have, or how many we can create. I agreed. It takes some effort to make that many clones, but I'm not restricted to a finite number of me. Given enough time, we can outlast the enemy. What if the enemy has a way of outlasting us in some way? I questioned. We know nothing of them. I nodded. Exactly, which is why we should attack. Get everyone geared up, and let's start making troops. We all nodded and started our way back down to the barracks. Okay, I called to the others, versions of me, as we passed them. We need a large task force here pronto. Let's go. Wow, you actually read this whole book? Go to 189, 63, 268 for a cookie. All that for a cookie? Wait. 189. XYZ, 189. So I have to go that way quite a ways. $189. I have to go down to 63, and I have to go this way quite a ways to get to 268. But I will hold on to that idea. End this book. Now, what does Captain Sparkles have to say?
Creeper, oh man. So way back in the mine, got our pickaxe swinging from...
This is... 'Cause baby tonight, creepers trying to steal all our stuff again. I know this song. I'm not gonna read it because I mean, come on. If anything, you can just, you know, click this, click Anju right now. You can go watch it. I'm not actually gonna link it. That's just, who's this? Ne'er-do-well in the village. Hello? Hello? Stone for stone? I don't trade for nothing. You all say the same thing. It's too dangerous to go alone. Well, I'm a grown man, damn it. I'm selling a great piece of armor. It's pretty expensive, though. It'll take no less than 200 rupees. Greedy man. Well, I've got 30, and if I get that raw fish, I can get another 100. But I'm still 70 off in that case. And what is a man without his rupees? I'm going for like a semi-zap burn again, but nowhere near actual zap.
I hear that there's a strange house in the middle of the forest to the west of the mountain. I wonder who would want to live out there.
I bet it's Link, hero of Hyrule. Do you mean that one? Or do you mean out there? There, out in the darkness. I must away. I still have a guard to talk to. I'm assuming the guard leader will give me... This is a toilet. Paper, please? Who's talking to me? I'm stuck in the latrine. There we go. I'm assuming I get a sword from the guard. Gabora! Hello. Oh, I can get leather tunic or leather pants. Wow. I've got those already, and they're dyed. Your forge is a little too hot, I think. Ooh, this guy's got a tree in his place. Hello. More bread. I don't need it. Gabora wants to make a gilded sword, but needs a special gold dust to make it. I'll pay 100 rupees if you have only gold dust. Wait. If you have any gold dust. Gold dust? What a funny name. I don't have any yet, but I'm sure it's either in this town or along the way. Maybe somebody in the tavern has it, but unlikely. Oh, dear Lord. I'm guessing you're the muffin? I can get a thing of milk. All right, let's get some milk. Thank you, Creamia. Did you just moo? I'm done. I'm done. Not happening. Not with you mooing.